You decide to keep going. Not because you feel prepared, not because you believe you're safe, but because turning back already feels worse than whatever comes next. The mistake isn't going in. It's deciding that leaving now would make everything you've seen meaningless. From that moment on, survival quietly stops being the goal. At the beginning, nothing traps you. No doors lock behind you. No voice explains the rules. No threat demands obedience. You move forward because something feels unfinished. A story that doesn't line up. Evidence that feels incomplete. The sense that stopping now would leave something unresolved. Each hallway you cross makes retreat feel less like safety and more like abandonment. This is the moment when danger stops feeling like a warning and starts feeling like a cost you've already agreed to pay. Fear still exists, but it's no longer in charge. Quitting doesn't feel like self-preservation anymore. It feels like erasing the reason you came. And once meaning is attached, leaving feels like failure. Information arrives slowly. Not answers, fragments. A document that implies scale. A note that contradicts it. A confession that suggests something worse without explaining how. Nothing is complete. Nothing settles. Each fragment feels important. Each unanswered question feels urgent. This is where it changes. You're no longer afraid of what you don't know. You're trapped by what you almost understand. Your mind stays active without resolution. Even in quiet rooms, thoughts keep moving forward, searching for a conclusion that never arrives. Ignorance would have allowed rest. Partial truth keeps the mind awake. Understanding doesn't free you here. It holds you in place. You don't just see what happens here. You record it. The camera isn't optional. It isn't documentation. It's how you move. It's how you survive. Looking away isn't neutral. It's lethal. So you keep watching. Every act of cruelty is preserved. Every scream becomes something you carry forward. Recording does something subtle. It turns observation into ownership. This is the moment when distance disappears. You can't deny what you've seen. You can't forget it. You can't pretend you weren't there. You're not responsible for what's happening, but you're no longer untouched by it either. You don't feel guilty for what you've done. You feel changed by what you've held. There is no confirmed safety here. No room that tells your body it can relax. No silence that feels neutral. Every quiet stretch feels temporary. Every pause feels like a setup. This is where fear stops reacting and starts anticipating. Your body moves before you decide. Your attention narrows without permission. Decisions take longer. Movements feel slightly delayed. Your sense of timing begins to slip. You don't freeze. You misjudge. Time blurs. Moments stretch, then collapse. You can't tell how long you've been moving, only that stopping feels wrong. Fear no longer protects you. It keeps you operational. And being operational is not the same as being safe. Eventually, you stop being addressed as a person. You're referred to by what you do. Witness, apostle, key. Language matters. This is where the shift completes. You're no longer valued for being human. You're valued for continuing. Your past life fades without ceremony. There's no space for it here, no context where it belongs. You don't feel broken, you feel useful. And usefulness doesn't get to stop. Self-protection begins to feel selfish. Endurance feels expected. Your identity narrows until there's only one role left. By the end, nothing is taken from you suddenly. Every layer has already been removed. Control was reduced. Distance was eliminated. Identity was compressed into function. By the time this happens, every exit has already been closed, not by walls, but by adaptation. You've learned to continue without relief, to witness without distance, to function without ownership. What remains is a mind that keeps going even when going no longer serves itself. This isn't possession, it's compatibility. The system didn't fail because you survived this long. It succeeded, not by killing you, by preparing you. A normal human doesn't break here because they're weak. They break because the system never asks them to stop. It converts witnessing into an obligation. Obligation into identity. Identity into something usable. Outlast doesn't break you by killing you. It breaks you by making you continue.